Welcome, everyone. Welcome back to the Panorama Brand Studio podcast. Today is going to be a very exciting podcast because we have an amazing, very special guest and a great friend of mine, Paul. How are you, man?
Good. How are you, man?
Doing fantastic. Yeah, how are y'all doing, though?
We're doing
I'm
fantastic.
Great. Hi, I'm Jill. I'm the co-host of the Panorama Brand Studio podcast.
Jill Avale.
Gia
Avale,
Avale. And
yes.
Jesus
Valentine.
Ortiz over here.
That real Jesus.
The real Jesus
The real
Ortiz. There we go.
Jesus.
It's on the hat.
I'm your host, Miguel Guzman, and we're just going to kick this off. We're going to talk about entrepreneurship. We're going to talk about why it's so important of building relationships. And we just want to hear a little bit of your story, your background. I'm so excited. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you so much for having me. Appreciate you guys.
So tell us.
It's so good. It's so good. Hey, we're already live. Let's
tell
go.
us what happened when you were a kid.
When I was a kid?
No, I'm joking.
I can't talk about that.
When you were growing up.
When I was growing up, I'm still the same height, but that's okay. I'm still short.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
So
okay.
yeah, I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. So
Yeah.
yeah, doing that. Grew up in the church. My dad's a pastor. So I got spanked a lot. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
So-
Really? Did you really?
Well, yeah, it's strict family, but
Wow.
I was a
me too
I
yesterday.
was.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's you grow up in a pastor's family, you better not fall asleep at church.
Ooh.
So but
Do
so
you
yeah,
still go to church?
yeah, do.
Okay, that's
yeah,
fair.
I still go.
Do
Yeah.
you still get spanked?
No, well, we can't talk about that on here.
Not out here.
This is
That's
PG,
different.
This is PG.
Yeah, like what was it? The guy that was robbing all the stuff in California, and the guy spanked him. I said it's an adult spanking.
That's an adult
They
spanking.
got him with a rod. I was
Oh, wow.
Yeah, did y'all see that?
No,
I
I
haven't
didn't
seen
see
that.
that.
Yeah, this guy was just taking stuff out of the store, out of the back, or somewhere out of the grocery store.
Oh,
The guy
wow.
went and got a stick and beat him. Another guy held him
Whoa,
down.
I need to see that.
He'll never rob again.
No, I'm sure
That's
you won't. I'm
crazy.
sure you
Yeah.
won't.
Well, that was a tangent. Sorry.
Yeah.
You're good. Just so I guess just tell us a little bit about what you do. What is it
What
that
do I
you
do?
Yeah.
Well, I do a lot. So I have several different companies I own now in different industries, a lot of technology, manufacturing. I've built a pretty lucrative, large network nationwide and internationally, all the way up into government affairs and things like that. So,
Okay.
but that wasn't like that in the beginning. I did have to work to get there, but building relationships with people and long-term relationships, and friends do business with friends.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's true.
that's a very important thing, is building friendships and not having an agenda,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
and not
that's
being
true.
selfish.
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah,
main
that's
thing.
true.
Don't be a backstabber.
Don't be
No.
no. That's
No.
a big no.
That's a big
And don't be
no-no.
greedy.
That happens
Right?
a lot in business.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Partnerships.
oh absolutely, and that's why you have to partner with the right people.
Indeed.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, if you don't, you can really screw yourself. Yep.
That is true.
Yeah.
Man, that's interesting. How did we meet? We met at the country club, right?
Yeah, at Ravenel.
At Ravenel.
through
Yeah,
Nicole.
that was pretty cool.
Oh, what were you doing?
Well, you
Playing
did mention
golf?
that.
We were playing golf, making
Oh,
things,
wow.
videos, and
Yeah.
it was cool. It was
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, for a charity golf tournament.
Yeah. But it's pretty cool because we kind of met and then we hanged out. We talked for a little
Yeah.
bit over lunch.
Yep.
But the cool thing that I remember from that time is that after you just went your own separate way, I went my separate way. I needed to do some other stuff. I was just like browsing around the country club. I come back to the room where a lot of the people were, and I see Paul with a beer, just having the best time talking to people. And I was
Yeah.
like, this guy loves people. He's really good at
Social
communicating with
butterfly.
people. He's a social butterfly. He's a
Nice.
social butterfly. And but yeah, that's one of the things I remember that that really attracted me to like the way you are and things like that. So
How
that
long was
pretty
this when y'all met?
About
couple of years.
3 years or 4 years ago?
4 or 5. It was before
Or 4 or 5
COVID.
years ago? Before
It was
COVID?
a couple years
Yeah.
before COVID, I think.
Right before.
Yeah,
Right before.
it was, yeah. Mm-hmm.
But I also know you have other businesses like
Yeah.
the GeForce Animation
Yes.
and the LCD panels. Can you
Yeah.
tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, so GeForce Animation is a creative visual marketing company.
Mm.
It's creating content. So we just do a lot of animation, oil and gas, energy,
For
museums.
big companies.
Yeah, large, everybody,
Yeah.
all the biggies. My business partner was doing that before we partnered up, and he was getting contracted out by other agencies. So I had relationships, and we decided to go directly to the source and work directly with them. And then I moved into manufacturing technology with LED walls. So because content and LED walls go together. So now I have a complete supply chain I've built over the last 5 to 7 years. And so I manufacture that and then other technologies as well. And so I do a lot in that space, and I've built these pots around me, so to speak, that will feed me at different times. so that I can have these different revenue streams going on. And then I have friends in different industries. Some of them will cross over into those industries. Other ones stay in their lanes. So it just depends on what I'm doing and what the need is. So
Interesting. That's
Yeah.
very interesting. So let's go back.
Sure.
You know, now you're an entrepreneur.
Yeah.
You do a little business and things, but I'm sure we're all curious, people watching. Like, tell us a little bit more about. I know you were in like a music group, music band.
Yeah.
A little while back. Tell us a little bit about the Paul when you were a little bit younger. Like, how did
Yeah.
all that come about?
well, I had a lot more hair.
And that was the rebellion, Paul.
Yeah, that's right. I had
Yeah,
long hair
yeah.
and a big goatee. So
What kind of music?
rock.
Oh, nice.
So I was in a,
So
in
you
a
were a
rock
rock
band.
star with the
I
hair
was
and
in a rock
everything.
band. Yeah, I ran
I
around
love
with
to see
radio
pictures.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of, my daughter's like, what? That's you, Dad?
Huh.
Like, yes. So yeah, I actually ended up charting on Billboard and going and doing a lot of stuff with Live Nation. So I had started the band in 2001, and then we did a reunion show actually right before COVID. And
wow.
but I've been concentrating on business. So I learned a lot about networking and things in the music business, because in that business specifically, you have to earn things there. It's not like everyone has really worked really hard to get where they're at. And once you earn their trust, they open doors for you. But don't.
What was your role? Were you the singer?
Yeah, singer, songwriter.
Nice.
Yep.
You were the front man.
I
and everything.
was.
What was the name of your band?
Dimitri's Rail. That
Oh,
was the name of the
wow.
band, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. So, yeah, I did that. So again, I got in there and then really liked learning the business of the music business, and then that transferred into other things later that I learned there, or what not to do.
I heard there is nothing harder than the music business. Is that true?
It's very hard. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's you got to get out there as an artist. Artists have to get out there and play constantly, and if you stay in your own hometown, you'll live and die there.
Yeah.
Whoa.
You have to get out. So that's a lot of mistakes artists make. That they stay, and especially original artists, you got to get out of here, out of Houston.
I just want to hear about the parties, man.
we did have a lot of fun. We had a lot of
Yeah,
fun
yeah.
with Outlaw Dave and
Yeah.
all those guys at Live Nation House of Blues, and I put on a big festival with Live Nation in 2010 and had 26 artists, put my band on right before the headliner, and worked with Live Nation on that and rented out Verizon Wireless Theater. So that's really when I got into the business side of things, because I realized there's a lot more to this than just playing.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
So I started the band in 2001. In 2010, that was Bayou Fest Houston, and that was at Bayou Place.
Okay, so it was before the social media.
Oh, way before social media. That
Era.
was that was when you had posters sticking up posters
Yeah.
everywhere. Your grassroots marketing, the whole thing. We would stand outside and sell tickets. We'd tell people where we were at. They would come meet us. We'd sell tickets to them.
Yeah, I'm like,
Nice.
well, how do people do it now without social media? Like
Yeah.
before.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm always wondering,
Yeah.
like it was so tough.
Yeah.
Now
It
it's like
was
now
my-
you can like send messages and your music to everyone on your Facebook or Instagram.
Yes.
But back then you really did have to stay
Yeah.
outside and sell tickets.
Yes. And Facebook was there, but
That's
it
true.
wasn't where it is now.
That is
Yeah.
true.
And
Because it was
it-
in 2007, right, when Facebook came
yeah,
out.
and in 2010 it was there. We used that a lot. MySpace. I was on MySpace.
MySpace.
Oh, yeah,
MySpace.
MySpace.
MySpace a ton.
I remember
It was,
MySpace.
that
Yeah.
was Facebook.
That was
Oh,
Facebook back
yeah.
in the day.
So
Yes,
did you,
true.
all your music is on MySpace still?
It's still on MySpace. It's still there. It is. It's still there. You
Whoa.
can
We had to
find
go
it.
search
A
it.
lot of music's still there actually.
Yeah.
It still exists.
Yeah.
Okay.
So.
I know you're also produce music and you're a singer
Yes,
as well.
yes,
Right on.
yes.
Yeah,
It's tough.
yeah.
It's tough. I love music.
Yeah.
It's satisfying when you write a song and
Yeah.
you give like birth to something that has not existed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's very
absolutely.
satisfying.
The art of creation, right?
Yes.
Gives you
Yes.
energy.
Yeah.
Are you gonna sing us a song today?
I don't know.
You should.
Oh,
What?
man.
They make
They
me-
got you in the spotlight.
I'll talk like Pinocchio.
I'm a real boy. No.
Oh, another skill by Paul. He knows how to do a different voice.
voices,
That's
right?
it, though. That's the only one.
That's the only one. That's the only one.
Yeah.
Pinocchio.
I'm
Well,
sure
man.
that so you don't do music anymore, right?
Not so much. I mean,
Just for fun?
and it's we
You're
did
a manager too. From some people.
so I do mentor and manage artists, and more mentoring than managing. It's because managing's a different animal,
Yes.
and I've had artists ask me to manage. It's like I can't. I don't
It's a
have
lot of
time
work.
because it's taking on a lot of roles that they need. But mentoring, so I've been mentoring an artist named Jonah Miles. He's Texas country. He's doing very well. He did chart on the Texas country charts. And
I met
in
Jonah
Texas.
when he
Yeah.
was barely starting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
But that background really prepared you for the entrepreneurship
it did.
world. So
It did, yeah. It really helped me understand what networking was, especially in there, and getting to know people, and how much an introduction actually means.
Okay.
Right, when from the right person to the right person, it's common sense, but it really is important. Once an important person, say a gatekeeper, trusts you, they
So
can.
let's talk
introduce
about
you.
that. Let's talk about trust and relationships and stuff.
Yes.
Like building
Yeah.
relationships. So how do you go about that? Like, what is it that really, I guess, makes you want to go and build these relationships, or like how do you build trust with other people and things like that when it comes to your field and business and just in general?
Yeah. Well, now it's where I've built such a network and a platform. It took a long time to get there. But when it first started as an artist, it was, hey, I really want to play with this Live Nation venue. How do I go about getting to that person? And so I would randomly meet people. I mean, I randomly met a guy. I was at there was a rock bar. I was next to Verizon Wireless Theater, and I was sitting there, and I was having a beer, hanging out, and this guy's like, "You don't know who I am, mate, do you?" I'm like, "What?" I was like, he goes, "Well, I run that venue over there." I'm like, "What?" And he's been coming in there, hanging out with me, all the time, and listening every Monday night, because I played every Monday night on every week. And then he opened the door to Verizon and all the people at Live Nation there and everybody like that. So, for me, it was the passion that I had for what I was doing at the time. And now my passion is business and building businesses. And I just continually meet more people. And it's also, I believe, introducing your network to your network. If you introduce, and that can beneficially, it can help each other out, and it helps two other people, it helps you as well, but that's not your intent. It's also an end goal, and always looking further down the line, right? It's looking at what's the end goal here, but that's not the reason I'm going to talk to that person.
Of course, no.
Right, it's not, I don't
sure.
want to use people,
Yeah.
but it is, we're all business people, but now where I'm at, it's business deals get done at dinner.
At dinner?
And, dinner. You go have dinner with people. You sit
that's
down,
true. Yeah.
Yeah, you have dinner, and you have some drinks and dinner and talk and.
Interesting.
That's
That's true.
Close on deals.
When was that time that you felt that you had that building the relationship on you? Like, oh, this is me. I'm the builder relationship guy.
Not too long ago, actually. It's taken a while, and I had people used to tell me that they go, "You don't know your worth." And one guy told me, and I was like, "What? What's he talking about?" I didn't know. I was just spewing information.
It's true. That's me. I had a mom when I used to work in school. She said the same thing to me.
Yeah.
You don't know what you work, and I didn't know what she meant. Either.
Right. Yeah, exactly. And now it's the network is such where I can pull from different things, and I have friends in lots of different places.
I see you traveling private jets now with your friends.
No, that was once.
That was one.
I'm like,
It was a private jet
That was
and
once.
it was going to Santa Fe, New Mexico.
Okay.
Which was kind of scary, actually. We were
Really?
Yeah, I was with a good friend, and he had to get to the governor's mansion out there, and so the pilot was hauling butt, and then he descended really fast.
Whoa.
Wow.
Yeah. We had some whiskey on the
That's
plane
scary.
for us in the back.
Yeah, I would have been like,
Yeah.
shh.
Yeah. But I've been very fortunate to meet a lot of people who are influential, who are good people, who are willing to help.
Yes.
Right.
Key.
And the job is they help uplift, I help uplift, and that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah.
You're not supposed to hold people down.
Yeah.
That's true. That's very true, man.
Surf with others.
That's right. Yep, absolutely.
But that's with friendships and even like relationships too, like romantic relationships. You just gotta keep building each other up. You don't want to feel like you're always like being tear down and things like that. Because then how are you gonna move forward and push yourself?
That's right.
You know. So, but when it comes to like business and stuff, what are some of the things that you, I guess, if you could go back to where you were younger, would you like still do the music route? Would you still do more of the business side of things, or what is it that you're?
I think I probably would have gone more of the festival producing route at first.
Festival producing?
Yeah.
Because we talked about that thing in
Yeah.
Conroe that you want to produce like a festival.
Yeah.
Together,
So
yeah.
that's something that I some friends of mine are producing a big festival in Montgomery County coming next year. That's called Big As Texas.
Big.
Like Big Ass Texas,
nice.
but Big Ass Texas,
Big
and
Ass
it's going to be
Texas.
huge. It's going to be massive, and they're going to be releasing the lineup. So, I wish I could say, but I can't.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it
We
is-
want to know.
Oh,
We
no, you will.
want-
As soon as they say
Little
it's okay, I will
hint.
let you guys know. It's gonna be massive. It's gonna
Oh,
be
that's
huge. they're doing some amazing things.
That's
so
pretty cool, man.
but you know, I don't know if I would do anything different. I think that maybe I would have made some, maybe, I guess, different choices and directions maybe. And I look back at some things. I had people at one point, one guy came to me, hey, we got this show coming up. I had another show booked at a venue, and there was a huge artist coming through, and my friend owned the venue, and I said, well, I really can't cancel what I have over there. Well, that show that the guy was going to put me on sold out in 5 minutes. And that could have been a trajectory that would have changed where that band went. But the thing is, I look back as all God's timing, not mine. And so, you know, everything happens for a reason. So I look at that as, oh, you know what? But I have a very strong relationship with the person that I didn't cancel the venue or the show with, too.
I really like what you said. It's God's timing, not
That's right.
mine. Wow, that speaks a lot about who you are.
Yes.
And your beliefs.
Absolutely. I strongly believe that.
That's interesting, man. So what are you like most excited about, like in terms of what you're working on right now?
LED wall manufacturing. There's a lot going on there. I have a complete line of manufactured custom spec LEDs from indoor, outdoor. That it really, in the manufacturing, I love that, and innovation. Getting into grants and things like that, applying for innovation grants.
Oh wow, that's pretty
things
cool.
like that. So I'm excited about that. Getting into the restoration business as well, getting into manufacturing restoration equipment, which I had no idea.
You're always different, like that. This is the entrepreneurship in you. Always trying different businesses, trying to always like create new things. That's pretty cool, man.
Yeah.
So what is your main business, your main revenue
So
stream?
those actually funnel into one stream.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So and they all fit. They all work together.
Nice.
So it's a little different. So they all are technology based or have a use. And then what I've created is a supply chain of import, where then I can supply multiple things at multiple times.
Cool.
Like for that, like the LED panels and stuff that you import and things. That's one of the big things that you're doing, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
So for museums and exhibits. So
Yeah, because in the museum, if you go to the Natural Science Museum, like there's a big panel LED, like where they show like a lot of really cool things, and that's one of the ones that you provided for the museum. So
Yes.
What about
that's
the
pretty
3D? 3D?
Well, there is a 3D one potentially coming to Houston, and it's called Force Perspective. So, yeah. So what I've been able to do is build this supply chain where it is almost becoming automated now, where people will just call me out of the blue, and I'm not having to push it out, so to speak.
That's good.
So
What do you think about that $2 billion spear in Las Vegas?
I wish I had gotten it.
I know. I was about to ask you. Did you do that?
I
Did you help
went and I
do
looked
that?
at it, and and apparently there's some problems with it already. They have to repair some of it.
Oh my god.
And it's from a distance, it looks really good, but it's actually the LED lamps or diodes that are called the lamps that actually light up and create the images. They're really big, and it's actually blow through, which so the wind can go through. Oh, so you get up close, it looks totally different. Yeah.
So what is the purpose of that?
It's
sphere?
for
Is it just entertainment.
experience entertainment. I think U2's going to do a show there, and apparently inside it's going to be immersive. It's going to be crazy. I want to go. Like
I want to go too.
That
Let's
is-
get a trip.
Let's take a trip.
Imagine that.
With the jet.
Above and beyond.
We're going.
Above and beyond.
No, for real. I want to go check it out. It looks amazing.
It's amazing.
But I
to see.
cannot fathom the price that it costs to make.
Like I said, I
$2
wish-
billion.
yeah.
$2 billion?
You can
Dang.
like feed the whole entire world with that much money. But
Dang, that's
crazy.
expensive.
priorities.
I heard they have to
guess.
bring like cranes from like Europe to
Yeah.
actually build it because they're
Yep.
so
Damn.
tall to be able to build it. They have to bring other equipment
Yep.
from other places in the
So you
world.
haven't seen it?
Oh, I have.
Oh my god.
I've seen it several times and gotten really close to it. The thing's crazy. It turns into an eyeball.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
my
yeah,
favorite
yeah.
part.
Oh, that's
The
crazy.
eyeball.
Eyeball. It's
Just
like
watching
looking
you.
around. I'm
Yeah.
like, what? And then a basketball, and then the globe.
I gotta go
wow.
check it out.
That is pretty cool.
You have to go
Road
see
trip.
Road trip.
Yeah.
No, private jet.
Something. Let's
Something.
just
Let
get
you go.
there.
So when I went to the Ion,
yeah.
we went to the Ion.
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
actually went to like I don't know if you know what the Ion is, like
I
a
do.
big co-working space for technology and stuff.
Yep.
And there's a company there who actually is doing something similar, where it's like a little dome, but it's only from projectors. It's like through projectors, so they put different projectors together, and somehow it looks flawlessly. Like the way they like you put a different projectors, and it looks like that circular, I guess, way of it looks. It's pretty cool, dude. and they're starting to bring that into Houston a little bit more.
Yeah.
They have offices in Monterrey, in Houston, and I think somewhere in Europe too.
Cool.
And that is pretty much like growing too, dude. That's another
Yeah.
business venture.
Oh,
That you
absolutely.
can think about, and we're gonna do a podcast with them soon.
Cool.
So you get,
Yeah.
we can share that information.
That would be great. Yeah.
So, how about we do like a little rapid fire?
Okay.
Fire chat.
The fire chat.
Woo! The fire chat is how
I'm-
many questions are we gonna ask?
We can ask about maybe 5 or 10.
Okay.
Yeah.
You're
Oh,
on
you
the
got
hot
it ready?
seat
And
now,
you're
gonna-
the expert at that.
Yeah.
'Kay.
I'm trying to
Oh,
teach
no.
you.
I'm trying to teach ya.
So let me pull that up. Because I know Jill used to do a little bit of podcasts for like you produce podcasts as
Yes.
well.
Yes. Before.
And so that's she does a lot of that too.
Very cool.
So if you have any questions that you want to ask, like rapid fire, but I have some that I'm gonna pull up right now. That dome thing, I know it turns into a basketball too.
Yeah.
From
Yeah,
the outside.
It does.
But there's a problem with it because it actually like people who are driving, it's kind of like distracting sometimes. So it could incur some
Good.
Accidents.
accidents and stuff.
After this fire chat, I want to ask a lot about AI.
AI.
Yes.
We're digging into
Yeah.
AI.
Sounds good.
So
What's AI?
So I'm just gonna ask a few questions. Something very simple. Like there's nothing. It's not gonna be anything too crazy.
Okay.
That we can kind of just discuss a little bit. Let me see. All right. Introvert or extrovert?
Both.
Leader or follower?
Leader.
Physical work or mental work?
Both.
Messy desk or clean desk?
Messy.
Yeah.
That's good.
Start work late or leave work early?
Neither. I don't do either.
Free lunch or free dessert?
I'll take a free dessert.
Hey.
Donuts.
Angry client or angry coworker?
I don't want either of those.
No,
I don't want either of those, man.
You don't need that energy.
I don't want either.
Success or happiness?
Happiness.
Money or love?
Love.
Growth or security?
Security.
Okay. Dogs or cats?
Dogs.
That's a
Big vote.
dogs?
Dogs.
How many dogs do you have?
One.
Okay. What's his name?
Benny.
What kind of dog is it?
Lab.
What-
Pit mix.
What color?
Black.
Okay. You like him?
Yes. Love him.
Yes.
Yeah. No, I hate my dog.
Oh man,
I love
I'm
my
glad
dog.
you. I'm glad you don't.
Tequila
I
or
love-
mezcal?
Tequila.
Oh,
It's
tequila.
tequila guy.
Oh,
It's
okay.
tequila
okay.
guy.
Yeah.
Nice.
Car drives or private plane?
City or countryside?
Countryside.
Yeah. Hang out with the little kids or old folks?
Well, it depends on what the little kids are doing and if they have dirty diapers.
All right. Exactly.
That's the. But I guess old folks could too. So.
Right. That's true.
Okay, I'm gonna stop there.
Oh man.
Cash or credit?
Cash.
That's good.
Chemistry or biology?
Chemistry.
Yay.
Okay. Ninjas or pirates?
What?
Do the pirates have legs?
Well, they don't have arms.
That's true. Ninjas.
They got a hook, man.
That's right. Then. I
Hey.
like it.
Owe money or owe a favor?
What is that?
Owe money or owe a favor?
Oh, a favor.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was good.
That's cool. Just a little.
Would y'all grade
little-
me, and then I'm gonna get the synopsis at the end and gonna say, "Paul, you go see a doctor."
You should do that.
Hey, you
for
should
everyone.
give like a score, mental score or something
We
as
should.
a joke.
That is
That's a-
very,
yeah.
very
Put a
cool.
sad face on it.
Here you go.
Yeah, do a sad
Here,
face.
go get some help.
And here's the
Here's my doctor's card.
and the number. Here's the number you need to call.
That'll be good promotion for the psychologist.
I know,
It
dude.
would be actually, yeah.
Here's the asylum next
We
door.
do need
That's next door.
Here's a straight jacket.
That was awesome.
So AI, right? What do you want
Yes.
to talk about AI?
What do you think about it? What do you think about this Now you can't even copy somebody's voice. I think that is so
Oh,
dangerous.
that-
Oh, in music and stuff, or
Yes,
No,
you can.
like
Or
for
just in
example,
general?
this is what's happening, right?
Yeah, yeah.
They call like your parents and
Oh, yeah.
with your voice and extort them for
yeah.
money. Hey, we have so and so, or
Oh, wow.
mom, I am kidnapped. I don't know where I am. Send money to this account and they'll release me.
That's
Using that
insane.
person's voice,
Yeah.
and of course the parent in the other line does not know what's going on. They are like believing the story.
That's
And-
insane.
yes, and,
Wow.
and they get scammed like that. I think that is horrible.
that's crazy.
I even told my mom we have to come up with a certain code language.
Yeah,
You should.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
true.
What is your code? What is your code?
Not in the
Hey, I want to know the
podcast.
code. I want to know the code. It's gummy
Change it.
bears.
She's gonna change it right after.
Oh,
She'll
I'm
tell
sure
you.
she is.
Yeah.
Yes, but what do you guys do? Do you think that's
Oh, I don't.
immoral?
I don't like it.
No, at
No.
all.
How are you
don't
gonna
like
use
it.
AI with your businesses? And
AI I
stuff?
use for research,
Okay.
strictly.
Open
Not-
AI and stuff.
Yeah, like
Okay.
the Chat GPT, just for
Yeah,
research,
yeah.
because it gives you so fast.
Yeah.
You can
Mhm.
get research, so if you know what to ask it, it's good.
It's like
Um,
Google asteroids.
Oh, it's Google. Yeah, exactly what it
yeah.
is. Yeah, that's what I like, that aspect of it, because if you're looking for certain things, you know what to ask it, it'll find it for you.
Okay. Okay.
It does not give information on people. I've tried.
Man,
It won't.
Oh, it
ask
won't?
it. It will not.
Huh,
It will
I
not give
never tried it.
information on people.
That's good.
that's
It
It
has
has
they
to
have it
have some
blocked.
kind of restrictions.
it has to. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, otherwise it'll be.
Because I asked about Miguel, they wouldn't tell me.
Oh man, Miguel.
It would be a
Where does
disaster.
Miguel
Yeah,
live?
it would-
Where
if
does
it was
Miguel live?
unregulated.
No comments.
Where's Miguel right now? Give me
Where's
his
Miguel?
exact
His
coordinations.
GPS location.
He's in Colombia right now.
Oh, he's in Colombia right
That
now.
is a
Yeah.
tiny camera.
Yeah.
Is it real?
Cool.
Yeah,
We're gonna make sure it
yeah.
works. We're gonna actually try
Yeah,
it.
we're gonna try
How
it.
did you find it?
Where
So
did
where
you
did you
get
find
that?
it?
I'm not gonna say on the podcast.
Oh man.
Little camera right here. Pretty cool.
That is
It was a
cool.
gift
It was
from my
good.
Airbnb guest.
Oh, okay.
They haven't called for it.
Because she
So
does a
here
lot of
it is.
Airbnbs and
Here
stuff.
it
Oh,
is.
wow.
Yeah.
If you stayed at one of my Airbnbs and you are missing a little Polaroid
Wow.
camera,
Here it
I
is,
have
man.
it.
Tomorrow they call. Hey, that's
still
mine.
have
That's
it.
mine. Too bad. I'm keeping it.
I got searched. It was like $100.
Oh,
On
snap.
Google.
Oh, snap.
What?
Hey, that was pretty cool. You just need to film. Take some photos
Yes,
here.
I do.
That's cool.
Your Polaroid
because they're
photo.
coming back. I mean, what's his Logan Paul has a little one when he takes those little
Oh, yeah,
pictures.
yeah,
so
yeah.
as more
Yeah, I come
influencers
back.
see that, the price, the value is gonna go up because people gonna want it.
Yeah.
Yes.
So keep it.
Okay, so back to AI.
Yeah.
What do you think the future is of AI?
Mm.
Not good.
Okay.
Mhm.
I think
You
it's
one
gonna
of
go
those?
south. I think it's gonna go south.
Yeah,
Why?
that's true.
What do you think?
Merging
Mexico,
human
or?
and yeah, yeah,
To
Guatemala, South America.
South America.
It's gonna go
Woo.
south. It has to. Yeah.
We're getting technology
Yeah.
down there, man.
Yeah.
He's gonna
Yeah.
speak Spanish.
No.
That's right. Yeah, all of a
Why,
sudden.
why do you?
Yeah, what do you think?
Well, I think that
Dude.
it's gonna overseas, especially over in China and different things like that. They're using it in like these robots that look real, right? And they're asking questions. They're doing interviews with these robots, and they're interviewing them. So I don't know. I don't see the way I look at it. It's our creation,
Mhm.
right? We're God's creation, and what did we do?
Mhm.
We rebelled, and what is it gonna do?
It's gonna rebel. Yep.
It logically, because it is our creation. We created that. And so it's gonna at some point I think it's gonna rebel.
You think it's gonna backfire on us?
I think eventually it
Is
will
that
if it
kid-
doesn't if it's not controlled, but if it's moving so fast
Too
that we're not
fast.
gonna be able to control it. It thinks so fast. You know, they ask it if I forget what the question was, but it was like, could you lie or something? And it said it couldn't positively answer that, but we will try to tell the truth to our best, whatever it was. So I don't know. It's just I don't think we're going to see it right now, but I think we are seeing an emergence of technology we've never seen ever happen in the history of our world. That's going to move very quickly.
Like, look at the cars are driving themselves now.
Yeah, yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
I saw a video of like a Tesla turning right, and then there was another car coming, but they thought there's no car coming, but that was the other passengers actually right on path,
Oh,
and it almost
no.
crashed. The
Well,
other
people
car had
have
to crash.
died.
Yeah,
this way.
yeah.
It was
Yes.
crazy. It's insane.
It is.
So I don't know. I
I don't
think
think as humans we should rely
Yeah.
so much on technology like that.
it's no.
We
Not
do.
at
We
all.
rely too much on it.
Yes.
We can't even plant our own food. I mean, we don't grow our own crops. We don't. We're
Mm.
dependent on other countries to
To do that.
supply it for us, and we've become a consuming nation, not a manufacturing and producing nation. So
Yeah.
we have to
Exactly.
change that.
Exactly.
If it's not too late, I don't know.
Yeah, and slowly, but I'm trying to make changes like that. I'm trying to be more in tune with the earth and stuff.
Yeah.
So
'Cause
I'm like gathering.
You started cultivating, right?
Yes, I
like,
did.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, some vegetables.
If something happens, if
Ooh.
another
Some-
pandemic happens or something, Bill Gates
Yes,
is the one that
another
owns most of
pandemic.
the land.
That's
Yeah,
true.
He's buying it up.
He's buying it
How
up.
did the pandemic change your business for you?
I actually did really well during it.
Yeah, some people
I
did very
pivoted
well.
and I started moving a bunch of pumps for sanitizer pumps.
Nice.
So in manufacturing. So we were going to
Wow.
try to make them, and then we realized all these little parts in there. There's a lot more complicatedness to it than it actually looks
I remember.
like.
I remember.
You remember all that?
Yeah.
I had a friend engineer actually take it apart and try to re-engineer it, and he's like, "I hate this thing." He goes, "There's so many little parts in here. This is not cool."
Wow.
And so
Are you
yeah,
thinking about what pump? Like
yeah, the
new
little
ones?
white pumps.
Yeah.
Yeah,
For the hand sanitizer.
Yep.
Okay.
Mhm. Yes.
Cool.
Yeah, moved a bunch of those. And I know a lot of people that moved a bunch of masks and
I
gloves.
remember you called me, hey man, if you
Yes.
know anybody in Mexico that needs a little pumps, let me know, man. I got a
Yeah.
bunch of hand sanitizer.
Yeah.
So
uh,
you're very resourceful. No
Yes.
matter
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
happens,
Yes.
you're never gonna lose.
That's right.
That's like the mentality to have. I love
Yes.
The
that.
entrepreneurship.
Yes, you got to pivot and move where you see things are not moving correctly to how you can also generate other revenue and other streams that
Yeah.
are at your access.
Plus, you used to be a rock star, so there's a little savage in you.
Ah.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah,
I'm gonna
exactly.
make it. Forget this pandemic. I
Get some
got
hand
it.
sanitizer.
Rock hands. Make some hand sanitizer.
That was the name of the band, of the new band. Hand
No.
Sanitizer.
sanitizer.
Some of our
First album
sanitizers
is gloves. Gloves and masks.
Girls and Mad. You should
That's
have made a
right.
song
I
about
should
that.
have gloves and masks. Gone
Rock
viral.
on.
Rock hands and
You
my gloves
would.
and masks.
Viral, man, to kill the viruses.
Exactly. Kill the virus.
With the viralness.
That sounds like a death metal band. Kill the
Man.
virus.
Kill the virus.
Kill something.
Now.
So what do you think about like talking about AI? Like people are producing music with AI. Like
Yeah.
they're getting like the voices or from like big artists like Drake and other people just
Dead.
combining their own songs.
Dead artist.
Oh, and they're artists.
Dead
as well.
artists, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I saw that with Tupac and Biggie. They did switch the music. I was
It's
like, that
crazy.
is crazy.
It is crazy. It's
Oh.
nuts. I
Like
don't
you
know.
just said, it's moving too fast.
It is moving fast, and I don't think we're
Yeah.
gonna be able to keep up with it.
Well, I personally think I'm not trying to be controversial or anything, but there's two sides of way of thinking about it. If you're a consumer,
Yeah.
then AI will be devastating because you might lose your job. A lot of the workforce will lose their job, but that's
Sure.
part of the technology, the investment, the evolution of technology. But if you're a producer, entrepreneur, you're a creator, you're actually the owner of businesses, as I am, like I would love to use AI to implement in my business
Sure.
to reduce the cost,
Yeah.
increase the labor output, and for the work that I'm doing.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm doing. We're using
Yeah.
AI for our business, editing videos, editing video shorts, producing content with AI. It's just like it reduces the cost,
Yes.
and we can increase our profits because of it.
I agree. I agree
So
with that.
that part of
And
the
time.
AI,
Yeah.
I agree
Yeah.
with
beautiful,
that.
and time.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
I think it's useful for business, but what I'm talking about is the other side of it that will
Mhm.
eventually happen. Because if you're
Yeah.
merging man and machine with an AI, and then there's a bunch of them, then what are you
can't
gonna do?
control.
And we're already
Yeah.
seeing that. Look at all these McDonald's. They don't have no more people.
Yeah.
Now they're actually in their second thing. I was looking into it. Now they're gonna start building some in
Wow.
Houston, and so no people. So that's what you said. There's
Yeah.
a lot of unemployment is gonna happen in 2024.
Well, again, we're a consuming nation,
More
so people are gonna keep
crime.
eating.
More
Oh
crime.
my God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mhm.
What do you think about pivoting right now with the unstable markets? Because they're all unstable right now. So
All
what
of them?
would
Yeah,
all of them are
there's-
unstable.
Yeah, everywhere is unstable right now. I think that it's bad all over the
It's
place.
just ticking bomb.
It is, But I mean, there are businesses. I mean, that it's one of those things where you have to find something that's going to work at the time. you
That's
know?
true.
What's working and what's generating, and it's going to work for this particular issue or what's happening.
Yeah, that's very true.
How do you see those opportunities? Like when? How do you go about that? You know what I'm talking about?
I have a weird knack for finding it.
I'm sure.
And it's not. I don't know.
In a good way.
I have
Yeah,
a
yeah,
weird
yeah.
knack, and my network has grown to the point where
Yeah.
I know what all my friends do, and like, hey, what do
Yeah.
you think about this?
Yeah, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because there's opportunities everywhere. It's
Yep.
having access to the opportunity, and not everybody has access.
Mm-hmm.
But not everybody is ready for the access at certain times.
Oh,
right.
interesting.
You have to
That's
get ready. I
interesting,
think there's
yeah.
a time when people are ready for access, and when they're not.
They're not.
Right. They may not have good intentions.
Oh.
You're going back to the gatekeepers, right?
Yeah, there's those things where if you build those relationships, you understand that when the people have bad intentions, you can smell it.
That's very true.
It smells real bad.
Yeah.
It does.
So what is like some of like the examples that you would say of like when it comes to building these relationships with these big players, owners? You talked about owners of hotels and things like that. How do you maintain and build those relationships to be stronger over time?
Not bringing anything to the table that doesn't have any value.
Okay, always bringing value.
If you bring something, I mean, if you always want something for somebody, they're not going to want to work with you. I have a good friend. I won't mention his name, but he's a very good friend. He's very influential, and he told me, he's like, Paul, people always use me. Always. I don't ever go asking for anything. I go have lunch with him and hang out, you know, and things like that. He's a great dude. But people always will use people, try, and then they get a bad taste in their mouth.
That's true.
You know, just because they have, you know, are in their position doesn't mean that you go try to grab things out of them.
Very
you know?
true.
And so, you know, the first time I met him, we were talking, and he said, you know, what can I do for you? And I was like, what? Who's this guy?
Yeah.
And I said, well, what can I do for you? Like, how can I help you? Like, what can I do? So, because people are always asking. So, if anything, I would say advice is don't go with the intention of, oh, I need to get this out of this person, or not that you guys are, but people in general.
Yeah.
You know, because if they're really desperate and in a financial spot where they need something, they may try to do that. You know, people are grasping. So, again, not everybody's ready until a certain time. You know, and
God's
they
timing.
see, yeah, it is God's timing, and it's where you're at in life and who you are. I believe.
Do you have a time where you met some influential people and they didn't go as you planned, or maybe you met?
There was times I was throwing things at the wall, seeing what would stick.
Yeah.
Trying everything, and I think every entrepreneur goes through that.
Yeah.
And you try all sorts of stuff, or deals don't go through, and you just got to keep going. You know, you got to keep going, and they didn't go through for a reason. And so, if you just keep moving and figuring out what you did wrong or how to not get that result again, right? And focusing. I mean, the Grow Light company that we have now is, before we even launched a website, we had sold 80 lights. Yes, and now it's moving quickly.
So you first try to get the momentum and get the demand for it before you actually start.
Well, it was
doing
the
everything.
relationships that were in place with people that I'm business partners with.
Yeah.
They had plugs everywhere. And it's crazy. Just like, you know, the animation stuff. You got to have those relationships. The LED walls have taken a little, but that's kicking, going crazy, because there's a need, and I understand that business a lot better. So learning, you know, and always learning and learning other things that I didn't know before.
Yeah.
You know?
The world moves so fast. You have to keep up with it.
Yeah, you do. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, you know, my business partner with GeForce is super creative, so he's extreme. Slade's a crazy
Slade,
creative, always creating something.
Yeah. He does some
Always.
pretty cool stuff. I've seen him.
Oh, amazing stuff.
Yeah,
He does
yeah.
crazy, like always making something.
Yeah.
He always
And
has
he
to be
loves.
making.
Yeah, he loves
does.
that.
He's an artist.
He's passionate about
Yes.
it. Yeah.
Yes.
Do you see yourself as an artist or as?
I am creative when it comes to creating music. I am definitely not an artist when it comes to drawing.
No, yeah.
I draw, you know, a big stick figure with a big head on it.
Yeah, me
You know,
too.
With a big smiley face. I have one guy I can draw, but it just looks funny. You know.
We'll show some of that in the podcast. Right?
That would be great. Yeah, exactly.
Little stick figures.
Exactly. So, you know, that as far as creativity, I am a creative person, and I use both sides of my brain. You know.
This is a perfect segue
Uh-oh.
to use your creativity right now.
Okay.
We want to do like a little game that we kind of explained to you earlier.
Okay.
We'll give you like one word each, and you have to come up with a little story.
Story?
All right, no problem.
Yeah,
No problem.
Yeah. So y'all think about a word.
Oh.
I'll give you a hard one.
Okay.
That's the word?
No. Gabble.
Huh?
What?
Gabble.
Like the turkey?
Yeah.
Come on.
Gobble or gabble or gavel?
See, we can't even figure it
Right,
out.
we already
You
lost.
pick.
What's gabble?
that little.
Gavel?
Yeah.
Oh, gavel.
What is gavel?
That's what judges use.
Yeah.
Oh,
judge.
Oh,
But a gavel-
oh yeah, that's true.
Maybe a
because
gavel
it-
is a bunch of gavels.
Okay.
I don't know.
So
I
gavel.
just made that up.
What's your
So
word?
gavel?
Oh man, I'm still thinking.
I'm
Almonds.
still thinking.
Okay.
Almonds.
That's your word.
Almonds.
Okay, you pick your own word too if you want to.
Almonds.
Almonds. That was mine is cashews. No, I'm joking.
Cashews.
No.
Get out of my nuts.
And he's funny too.
Yeah. So mine would be what's your word, Jesus?
Talking.
Okay.
Right now, I know.
That's a word.
That's a word. I know.
That's a word.
It
That's
is.
a
No, you're
word.
right. It is
Oh,
a
yeah, I
word.
know.
Talking.
Yeah.
It's
Okay,
the
so
explanation
what was
of what you're doing.
yours?
Las Vegas.
Las Vegas.
Oh.
Yeah. So gabble, talking, Las Vegas, and almonds.
Almonds. Yes. Okay.
So the way it works, you just gotta create a little story with it, you know.
Or a song.
Something short.
Just kidding.
Or a
Took
song,
some-
whatever you want to do.
Okay. All right.
Let's see.
Do I start?
Uh,
Or you start?
no, you go ahead and
No, you
start.
go ahead. Ladies first.
Oh, okay. Well, you go.
That was good.
That was.
No, it was good.
I have to give him a hard time. I haven't seen him.
He
a while.
has to come up with the story.
All right.
That's what I was thinking, but
All
you're
right.
trying to change
I
it
took
up
some
here.
almonds on a plane and I was headed towards Las Vegas.
Private plane. Sorry, keep
And
continuing.
there was a gavel in the chair next to me, and they were talking. And all of a sudden, I realized my almonds are nuts.
How about those apples?
That was
That was
good.
good. That was
was good. That was not
really
bad.
good. That was a fun game. I've
That was
never
a
done
fun
that
game.
before.
Yeah, kind of makes trying things.
Like in acting class, I'd done
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But not in.
It's your turn, Joe.
Really, we all gonna
No,
play?
only him.
Oh, yeah, only
No,
the
no,
guest.
let's all play.
Only the
Let's
guest.
all play.
Oh
Let's all
my
play.
god! All right. Okay.
I know.
Okay. Go
My
ahead.
mind is not.
Go ahead. What's your word?
Sequester.
You have to define it.
Sequester.
That was quick, dude.
Sequester.
He was trying to think of the hardest word.
What does that mean?
Sequester, you get something. Like if you sequester something for
Oh, you
something,
request
Like
something?
requesting?
sequester, like a sequester a document.
Terron.
Sequester, like you sequester a document. Like,
How do you spell
right.
it?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
you're
So,
right.
yeah.
You're
I'll-
right.
I'm smarter than I look.
Okay, man. You look very smart to me, though.
Well, thank you.
Sometimes. I'm joking.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Sequester.
So sequester.
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 Jumping.
That you got very simple words.
I know.
But they're simple, but then you gotta create the
Exactly.
sentence. That's
Yeah,
why
exactly.
that's hard.
Paradise.
See, that's crazy.
And you okay? Paradise, sequestered, and what?
Jumping. And then what's your word?
When I die,
Hey.
I sequestered.
You have to pick your word for you.
Oh, really?
Yeah. You don't have to. Just go ahead with those 3 words.
Okay. Paradise,
Paradise, jumping,
jumping,
Sequester.
sequester.
sequester. I left a letter when I die. Sequesting to jump in paradise.
Oh wow, that's good.
Works.
I might write a children's book about that.
You are. I should be writing a children's
Yeah,
book right now.
yeah. We should.
Don't be stealing my ideas.
You gotta pay me for that.
Royalties.
What about Jesus?
Hold on. Go ahead.
I guess I'll go.
Sunshine.
Sunshine.
Elimination.
Okay.
Sunshine.
So you said sunshine?
No, sunshine.
Sunshine.
Elimination.
Sun.
No.
No,
You
you
can't
can't
say
say sun. He says sunshine.
The moon.
that. Just say something else. I'm gonna rap about it. I'm joking.
A car.
A car. Okay. Sunshine, elimination, and car.
You wanted to play.
Hey,
That's hard. I don't even know what to create a sentence. Yes.
All right. So I was, as
The
I was,
pressure.
so as I was driving in my car, I saw the sunshine hitting my face. I put the blinds up so it would eliminate the sun from my face.
That's
I
good.
continue driving, and then I see Paul. He's in that Mercedes Benz on his way to the jet plane.
Oh, but not right.
Next thing you know, they had a beautiful, beautiful jet girl. Her name was Jill. He's like, welcome, sir. Welcome to my jet plane.
Oh, wow.
And you're like, where's my nuts?
Wow.
Where did it? When?
Podcast gone wrong.
Podcast got wrong. That's after dark.
All right. So
Oh my gosh,
All
that's
right.
funny.
Jesus' turn. Okay, so we choose a word for him.
Duck.
Like duck or duck?
Like yellow duck.
Un perro.
No, duck.
Like quack quack.
Yeah.
A duck.
Me? Can I choose a nasty word? I'm sorry.
Oh,
You
no,
can.
no, make it
You
simple
can.
for me.
Make it rated R.
Gratification.
Oh.
Gratification? What the
Hey, is that nasty? It could be.
Grinder.
Grinder. Grinder, gratification.
Grinder.
And plastic duck.
Plastic duck.
Plastic duck?
Grinder.
And grinder? Like, what do you mean, like a grinder?
Yeah, like a grinder.
Oh, I
Yeah,
thought
but
you meant
Not
like
grind her, but
Yeah.
grinder.
Let me grind her. That's hard. Damn.
That is hard. We give you the
That's what she
hardest
said.
one.
Plastic duck
That's what she said.
grinder.
I'm a real boy.
I'm a real boy.
No grinder, yellow duck boy. I'm a real boy. My dad made me of wood. No. My nose grows in other things, huh?
I think that's the end of the podcast.
No. You're not going to get out of it.
I'm thinking, but that's hard.
You got the
How about you use the wine? Just the plastic duck.
Plastic
Use your story with the plastic duck.
gratification.
You're good at creating stories. Come on now, man. You got yourself out of a ticket before by talking about, I don't know who.
No, but that's because my mindset was right.
You got to be ready, Jesus. You got to be ready.
might
The
have to.
plastic duck. Let's see, and a grinder. Oh, I'm trying to twist them all. You know.
What do you do
There
with
was
the plastic
there
duck?
was a once upon a time, I was walking down the road and then I saw a plastic yellow duck, and then there was a little bit to the left a grinder, and guess what I just did? I threw that plastic yellow duck and grind his ass.
And you never felt so much?
And I was, and that gratified me.
Oh, man, dude.
That's so much gratification.
There you go.
I'm a real boy. That's nasty.
That is so
I
Oh, man.
That was cool. That was a cool game.
That was a cool
That's a
game.
cool
yeah.
game. We need to do those.
Yeah, yeah.
Because they're hard and it has to. Your
Oh.
mind has to
Make you
think.
think.
Oh.
So man, okay. So just to kind of like and finish it off and things like that.
Yeah.
What else do you want to share with people? What type of legacy do you want to just kind of leave to the world or your family or your business? What is it that you want to leave behind?
Leave.
Like
Leave behind.
leave
Nothing.
legacy.
Absolutely
taking
nothing.
everything.
Okay.
Just a desert.
Okay, Bill Gates. Okay,
Just
Bill
a desert
Gates.
flatland with no grass, man.
Okay.
Scorched earth. That's joking.
Foundation.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Sure, you are sure.
Yeah, what?
You're gonna spend all your money, man.
No. My grandfather, he was
Yeah.
an entrepreneur on my dad's side. My dad's an entrepreneur.
Oh,
Still
wow,
has a
so you-
company.
okay.
Yeah. My great grandfather owned the first TV shop in Detroit, Michigan, in the
Oh,
United
wow.
States.
So you come from a family.
Yeah,
from
so
all
it's in line.
entrepreneurs.
He also ran liquor during the Great Depression.
Whoa.
So that was interesting pictures that we saw of him during the 1920s or whatever it was.
Whoa.
So my dad still has his company. So that will fall on my siblings and I's shoulders eventually.
Mm-hmm.
I'm building my company and companies and brands. My daughter has the entrepreneurial spirit already, and she's
Good.
stubborn. And I'm like, where'd you get that from?
Yeah.
Why are you always right?
Yeah.
That's one thing I'm trying to teach her is that it's okay to be stubborn and it's okay to be driven. But it's
good,
not.
yeah.
But you have to use it correctly.
That's good.
So it is. It's very hard to discipline
Mm-hmm.
because there is a lot of questions. You always ask questions,
Yeah. that
right?
is
So,
true.
but yeah, so a foundation for my family to continue,
Okay.
and build. My goal is to also build factories. Working on building a movie studio.
Oh yeah, we
things.
kind of talked about that.
Yeah, so
you have a lot of
yeah.
connections in that space
do.
as well.
I do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
So
pretty
working on something in spring actually with somebody, and we're working on that. So, that will be a big deal when
A
that
movie
happens.
studio, like a theater, or
No,
some place
virtual
you can
production,
create movies.
virtual production
Oh,
studio.
nice.
Yeah, with the LED walls.
You seen
and all
those
that.
productions with the LED walls and stuff?
Yes.
Yeah, so we have the whole plan together. We've got some interested parties working on actually manufacturing the United States with LEDs as well.
Nice.
Made some good inroads politically with that. So I'm constantly moving in that direction, which would leave a legacy for my family and my daughter. So yeah,
That's incredible.
Thank you.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Dude. That's awesome.
Just got to keep going. And it's funny
Yeah.
because I used to go around shop movies with a script and had no money, and I'd sit in someone's office, and the answer is no. Did my first deal to get someone $10,000 to work with Mark Lipsky out in New York, and that was my first deal I did with somebody. And so I was always moving and I always wanted to open a movie studio, and that's starting to come to fruition. And so is the manufacturing, but it's just keep going, your passion,
Don't
direction,
stop.
and the doors God opens for you. So,
Interesting.
yeah.
Well, thank you again for
Thank
coming
you.
through,
No.
sharing your
for having
story, and we'll definitely have another episode.
Cool.
Talk
Yes.
more about
Definitely.
yellow
Definitely.
dogs and stuff.
Yeah.
But,
Dogs and
Thank you for
grinders.
having me.
Yeah,
Thank you
of
guys
course.
so much.
Yeah.
This is a lot of fun.
yeah.
Next
Bring
time you'll
back
bring
Pinocchio.
Pinocchio. Yeah.
You can just have him as a
You have
stand-in
to.
if
You
you
have
want.
to.
I don't have to be on the camera.
You have to, man. You
Okay.
have to.
I would love to learn more about you and your faith. That's what
Absolutely.
really
Absolutely.
attracts me to talking to you.
Absolutely.
Because
Absolutely.
I really love to hear about that. Like, how do you think God played a role in your success?
Well,
and
you
stuff
can
like
share a
that?
little bit of that before we.
Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
there's, we all go through phases in life and aren't always doing things the correct way. And we go and we grow. So, yeah, definitely God has opened doors for me, and there's reasons things have happened because it's God, not me at all. And He's put people in my path that have definitely influenced that, and they're also Christians as well. So it's aligning yourself with people like that, and not aligning yourself with other people who aren't, because you have opposing views, and it's going to be very difficult.
Yes.
So and in a short way, that's how I feel about it. The older I've gotten, I just turned 50 in May, and I'm like, all of a sudden there's a big light bulb that goes off in your head. It's like, what?
Where did life go?
Where did it go? Where did life go? So you look at things a little differently. So, yep.
Interesting.
Well, thank you so much for sharing
Sure.
your
Yeah.
Absolutely.
experiences and your life
Absolutely.
with us.
Yeah, for sure.
It's a pleasure.
No, thank y'all for having me. This is awesome.
Yeah,
No,
I
no,
think
no.
it was
Just
pretty fun.
anytime.
So
Yeah, it
we'll
was.
definitely do another podcast with you in the future. So
Thank you. You have
Okay,
to invite us to
Pinocchio.
your movie theater.
Yeah.
To your,
Yeah. Well,
movie
when it
production
happens,
place.
Yeah,
we've got the plan, we've got everything there.
the
so
cutting
it's-
ribbon.
The
Yeah,
cutting ribbon, yeah.
Oh yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
That's gonna be cool. Yeah.
Pinocchio has to be there.
Yes.
Ah,
bring 'em.
yes.
See you guys in the next episode.
See you guys.
Bye, guys.